What we're going to talk about today is something that I see coming up, not just in my own community, but from a lot of people who are asking me this specific question. And it is, are online courses dead? Should I still be putting energy and time into building an online course around my expertise? If you're watching this, you're probably that type of person. You're wondering, is it worth it? Or you're feeling guilty that maybe you took too long to get it put into a course. I want to share with you a couple of the things that basically has shifted completely since AI has entered the conversation. The expert-based economy has definitely shifted. And so we need to talk about the old model first, and then talk about where you need to go. So that's what this video is all about today. The old way of doing this was you had expertise, you put together a course outline, you recorded the videos, and you put it into a system like Kajabi or Thinkific or another way for people to access this information. Now, that is still happening, but the problem is that now people who want to learn want to also get tools and systems to support it, which AI is allowing a lot of course creators to do. And therefore, just having a course is not enough for what the market is expecting from course creators going forward. And if you're like me, that makes you tired. You're like, dude, do I have to think about all of that too when I haven't even recorded my course yet? If I'm being really honest with you, friend, yeah, you do have to be thinking about it, but that doesn't mean that you can't get it done and you can't be relevant to where the world is going right now. Before you decide to make that course or even worry about getting too knowledgeable about the AI tools that are replacing traditional course creation, I want us to take a step back and a level up. And this is the edge that I'm serving you today. Instead of thinking about, should I build a course? Should I use AI to deliver a course? The better question is, do I actually know my strategy? And am I stacking my success by working on the right things in the three areas that matter the most? And those three areas are your business model, your brand authority, and a best-selling book that's either being done now or in the future to be able to encapsulate this information. Now, you might think of even the last part that I said, which is a book. What does that have to do with AI? In fact, aren't more people listening to podcasts now? Aren't people learning in a different way now? Well, the truth is that if you want to be known now and in the future, books are definitely not going away. In fact, because of AI, what's going to happen is people are going to crave tangible assets that they can hold, feel, refer, talk about. It is actually the most ultimate leverage, even in the AI world. Instead of, should I do a course? I want you to first think about, if I were to do a course outline, could that fit into a book as well? And build it with that thinking in mind. We have a proprietary framework that is really actually fun and exciting because it integrates these three pillars of how to canonize your expertise and turn you into a thought leader. And we call it the Thought Leader Success Stack. And in the Thought Leader Success Stack, what we're trying to achieve is what we call the brand inflection point. What is the brand inflection point? It is the point where you are right now, there's a point in the future that you want to be seen as different, unique, that your information that you're sharing is something people will not just want, but they will pay for, right? Well, if you're thinking just, should I turn it into a course? Instead of thinking about, how does my brand, my business, and your business model is an example of a course-based business is a business model. Is a course-based business the way that you want to deliver your brand knowledge? And in the future, that a book could be actually turned into that body of work. And the reason that this is so important is because a lot of times what's being told out there is build a course-based business, have freedom. Build a course-based business, teach it once, and then most people can access it. The truth is that a course, without being marketed right, without your brand being known for this body of work, actually won't sell much at all. Whereas a book as a future goal to be able to then amplify your course work is a better strategy. In fact, if you look at people you admire, if you look at people who are either really good at getting a book out there and then having accompanying products or programs that support it, that's one type of person, then you don't actually need me because it tells me where you're good and where you're fine. But if you're actually resonating with the fact that you want to be seen not just as an expert and not just as a course course creator, but that you're building the right business model to get your information, your expertise, your content, your experiences, and your stories out there, then looking at it in this more strategic way of like, what's your business model? What's your brand authority? What is the future book that will actually support amplifying it all? Then you probably should have a conversation with me so that I can teach you how this success stack that I'm mentioning in this video can apply specifically to you. This is what I'm actually sharing in depth in what I call the Thought Leadership Collective. It is what I call your strategy gym. It's your way of actually building the ultimate playbook for you so that if you are gonna go and create a course, you know why. You know why it's the right way to deliver the magic. You understand that it's something that you can get energy to actually promote and share with people. And you understand how it fits into the bigger picture of your personal brand and your thought leadership brand building. So if you want guidance on that, I actually do an open house to tell you all about the Thought Leadership Collective. And I want to help you in the first 100 days that you stop building things that don't work and start building the things that actually will deliver return on investment for your efforts. So if you'd like that, please join me in my next open house so we can build it together over the next 100 days. Go ahead and subscribe and be notified about our next open house by getting on my Brandcast email list. And that link is right below in the description.